What's up, VC and all other viewers? JT, or I don't know what I'm going by these days. I can't even remember what my name is out here. It's a temporary name, but I'll have hopefully they'll let me change it again, because I don't know, I got in a mood the other day and changed it, and then it wouldn't let me change it back. So I am JT. You guys know me. Some of you don't. Been a while since I did a video. Haven't really picked up anything except for a few CDs I got. I'm trying to hold off on buying anything for a while, but you know, been in a CD kick and getting them cheap, so you know, got to pick them up when I sees them. Got a sizable little stack here. Only 4. And this is also going to be an unpackaging, which is already halfway unpacked. That way I don't waste time trying to get it out of there. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do these. These are in no particular order. Some metal, some hardcore, and some goth rock. So I do love the dark stuff as well, you know. Kind of metal and goth rock on this one. Type O Negative. Bloody Kisses. Case is cracked, but you know, is what it is. It's a Goodwill pickup. I can find another case cheap enough. Love this CD. I love this album. This is my favorite Type O album. It's just a great one to listen to. I always listen to this around Halloween. Always listen to some Type O Negative. Peter Steele, I think that was his name, the singer. He's had an awesome kind of Dracula style voice and heavy guitar riffs, and the song Black Number 1 off of here is the song that got me into Type O Negative. So yeah, I'll pick up anything of theirs I see. So that's a pretty risque album cover too. Some gnarly looking dudes they were. This has a cover of Summer Breeze by, I think, Crosby, Stills and Nash was the original artist. I don't know what's behind the case here. It's kind of cool. Some gas masked dudes. And I don't know. Awesome album. Got a lot of good riffage in there if you're a guitar fan. You're a fan of riff rock. This next one, this is something you don't hear about that often. And I wasn't for sure what it was when I first picked it up. This is late 80s, early 90s hardcore from New York. And that is Token Entry. This album is Jaybird. It's an awesome cover. I mean, when I seen it, I knew it had to be something cool because it's got a skateboarding eagle on there, and he's all HXC looking. So I was like, this has got to be pretty cool. And it's pretty kind of rare, from what I understand. I think some of the members of this band, has their logo there, kind of like almost like a Street Sound logo. I think some of the members of this band played in, either went on to be in or played in at the same time of Gorilla Biscuits, another hardcore band. And this was on Go-Kart. What is this? I don't know if it's Go-Kart Records or what. It's got a New York HXC logo on there. And the cool thing with this, has like a flyer, you know, the DIY stuff. They always got to do flyers and whatnot. So this is, it was still in the CD. It was kind of had a mail-in order form where you could get some of their albums, like some other Token Entry albums, and it just talks about some other stuff on this flyer from that era and scene, which is pretty cool. I'm into any kind of that stuff, and the album is really good. It's kind of fast-paced, hardcore kind of stuff. 11 tracks. Check out Token Entry. I'm sure you can find their stuff here on YouTube. Next one, similar situation. Actually, I actually got it at the same place. And these were both like super cheap, like 60 cents or something like that. This is No Fraud, another band I wasn't familiar with, and this is Truth Music 6. Um, No Fraud, good stuff. Kind of also fast-paced hardcore punk from the 80s. I don't know if this has 24 tracks on it, so I don't know if it's like a compilation of all their albums or what. If anybody's familiar with these bands, let me know. I was actually jamming this one this morning. Pretty cool. I like the artwork on this. Kind of home drawn. I haven't brushed up on this band. I don't know if any of them, I think they were from Florida. I don't know if anybody from this band done anything else noteworthy, but No Fraud, pretty cool. And they were on, don't know the label. Nothing special about the disc art. No Fraud, cool stuff. Now, this is the last one before I do the unpackaging. Got this one at Half Price Books. It's $3.99, but try to pick up all this band stuff if I come across it, or I will. This is actually the first of theirs I picked up. This is Bauhaus. Now, Bauhaus is an awesome 80s pop, goth rock band, kind of like, I won't say like The Cure, because they're not as wussy as The Cure, we'll say. The Cure's okay, but Bauhaus is awesome. The singer, he had a solo, he did some solo stuff that got kind of big. I think two of the other dudes who were in another band, can't think what they're called right offhand. They're pretty good. Now, my first introduction, this is Mask, by the way. I think these tracks were all from different time periods, but I think the whole album came out in 1988. So, yeah, kind of cool. Love the cover of this one. But I first got into this band from the movie Night of the Demons. The dance scene I was hooked when I seen that. I was like, man, that was an awesome scene. So I love this band. Definitely like to get all their stuff. And also, cool horror movies always seem to use this band in cool scenes, like The Collector. There's a scene in there that was really cool where they played Bela Lugosi's Dead, which is an awesome song from them as well. So yeah, Bauhaus, awesome. Do the unpackaging here. I'm not going to show my addressio, but these were two Amazon purchases, super cheap. Do this other one first. These are two albums I've been wanting, and I'm just going to try to collect both of these groups' albums on CD because their vinyls are, well, I guess one of them's vinyls is not too bad, but one of them is kind of expensive. I actually seen some of the vinyl, one album this weekend. I was at Half Price Books of this band, and I passed on it. Just didn't know about that particular album and the cover of it. I don't know. I just kind of wasn't feeling it. But that is Anthrax, and this album needs no introduction. This is Among the Living. Mr. Movie John 75 not really introduced me to this band. I mean, I've known about Anthrax forever, but he's shown this album. And I wasn't really familiar with this album, which is kind of weird because it's their most famous album. But he's shown this, I think he's shown this one in a video of his, and I got on YouTube. I was cleaning one day and I just had this playing, and I was like, man, this is awesome, I got to get this. And the cover, probably one of my favorite covers as well. I've read some stuff that people think that this is the dude from, some people say it's the guy from The Stand, the main character from The Stand, I guess, which I haven't seen The Stand. I've never read the book, but I haven't seen The Stand movie since it first came out in the 90s. And it's like 12 days long. So, but some people say it's the old dude from the Poltergeist movies, Poltergeist 2, which I kind of like to think that. I think the drummer came up with the concept for the cover. And this is Anthrax. They were on top of their game. This is like kind of thrash punk crossover stuff. Just awesome, man. Island Records. 9 tracks. I don't need to talk all day about this, but I was just super happy to get it in my collection. I think I only paid like $6 for it, $5 or $6, something like that. But I can't wait to throw this in my car on the way to work while I drop the kids off to school tomorrow. Now this next one have a, I guess I should talk a little bit about Anthrax, how I got on board with Anthrax. And I was also in high school when the Anthrax scare came about after 9/11, so that was always made me think about this band. And our school actually got out some days because of somebody crushed up a piece of candy in the floor, and somebody screamed Anthrax, so they let our school out of school for like 2 days, I think it was. Anthrax, I got on board with them. Not really, but my first introduction to them was the Beavis and Butthead Experience album soundtrack. Anthrax song on there, I really enjoyed that, and then Bring the Noise, you know, I knew that back in the day. But I just never picked up any of their albums, but I'm definitely going to get some more of them. But this next one here, I almost bought this on cassette tape like many years ago at a record store. And I was huge into the band at the time, so I don't know why I didn't, because it would be cool to have this cassette right now. And I love this band. This is Cannibal Corpse. And this is Eaten Back to Life. Awesome gore zombie cover there. This is Cannibal's first studio album, I believe. I think they had some demos before this, but I think it's their first studio album. Could be wrong, but I think it's their first. And I don't know if this is an original release CD or not. No, this looks like 2003, so it's a reissue. It's kind of a bummer, but the cassette that I almost picked up was an original. I just love the artwork on this. I'd like to get a t-shirt of it. Same for the disc art. If there's anything behind it or not. Same thing. They were just really rocking that zombie, which the zombie on this always reminds me of the zombie chick from the first Return of the Living Dead movie, when they bring her in on the table and she's talking about how she needs brains and stuff. It always kind of reminds me of that. But got 11 tracks on here, plus says Born in a Casket Live, bonus song plus video. So I don't know if that's one of these back in the day where they were doing you put the disc in your computer and watch the video. I had some of those. Could be what it is. Yep, can be viewed on QuickTime. So I probably won't watch that. I won't put that in my computer. But this is the Metal Blade 20th Anniversary Edition. So that's kind of cool. Cannibal. I like to get all their albums. This is the first of many, hopefully. So thanks for watching, dudes. I'm kind of winded. It's kind of long. Hopefully I'll have more CD, cassette, vinyl updates coming soon. So I'm just going to start ordering stuff off Amazon, you know, here and there. So it might not be like massive amounts like some of you dudes on here, but thanks for watching, guys.